So when you need to make a fast, critical decision, you need to know what's happening, where it's happening, and what resources you've got. And for that, you need more than just data. You need real situational awareness. So today I'm going to walk you through an example focused on wildfire response, but the same pattern applies to anything from disaster relief to infrastructure security. What we're really showing is how machine learning and modern data systems such as Palantir Foundry come together to help you see and act before it's too late. So what you're seeing here is before we even get into machine learning, the first step is fixing the data sprawl. So this is a data lineage view in Palantir Foundry where we're able to animate the nouns of your business. We're currently pulling in weather, terrain, incident history, assets, etc., all of which normally live in silos or spreadsheets, different systems that are disparate, and you have to connect in order to make those informed decisions. So this is always where we start with our customers, helping them build a kind of clean, connected data foundation that makes modern modeling possible, not just theoretical. So now that we have our data in, I'm going to take you to our what we call our Fire Warden dashboard, where we can actually put that data into action, fueled by the ontology, fueled by that connection between all of your disparate data sets now centralized. So what you're seeing here is our executive dashboard where we can see all active fires that are occurring across the country. We have our alerts over here on the right side, and we can take various action here. But what I really want to show you right now is our situational awareness and firefighter safety. So this is where our modeling kicks in. So based on historical and environmental data we pulled in, we're generating a forecast of likely ignition zones, or what I'm going to call hotspots, which is creating a literal risk map. You can see this indicated by our clouds here. So the same logic applies beyond wildfires, of course. You could use it for predicting disease outbreaks, infrastructure failures, or supply chain choke points. But the model alone isn't enough. So as you see right here, we train this model based off weather data, campsites, historical fire events, etc. But what we want to do is we want to layer the risks within context. So where are current teams, our aircrafts, our tankers, our response depots, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add our critical assets on top of likely hotspots. So which of those hotspots in real time are likely to reignite potentially? So you can see that all of our critical assets are located across this landscape. Some are closer to hotspots and some are further away. Similarly, as I was mentioning earlier, we can also layer our known active fires on top as well. Again, kind of lending into that, where might we get reignitions? Where might this spread? And again, how quickly will we be able to respond? So now we can answer the questions that actually drive decisions. Which hotspots are isolated? What's our best case response time? Should we reposition any resources proactively? You can also see with our alerts here that we have a total of 200 predicted potential hotspots that might reignite. We have 25 that are within 100 to 150 kilometers, and 16 of which have assets that are further out than 150 kilometers, excuse me, which means those are at higher risk. So we can see that there are several hotspots, such as this one here, that might be further away. We can click in and get more details into not only the properties that informed the modeling, but also which assets are close or further out. And the great thing about Foundry is as your assets are moving around, that data will be updated in real time when we look back at our data lineage. While we're using notional data here, if you are integrating data through system-to-system connections, sensors, whatever the case may be, there are data syncs, so that way you are always informed on time in order to make these important decisions. So the key thing is, this isn't wildfire specific, as I keep mentioning. This pattern works across any domain where awareness and coordination matter, and that's where PVM comes in. We don't just build a dashboard, we work with our partners to modernize their infrastructure, embed intelligence, and deliver tools that actually work in the field. If you want to see more, visit us at pvmit.com to schedule a full demo today.